I'm John White. Today I'm talking with Lloyd Davis, and Lloyd is a master gardener here in Doñana County. And Lloyd, you've looks like you brought a very pretty plant with you here.
Yes, I thought it would be interesting to talk to our friends and neighbors about some indoor gardening that they can do.
Okay.
Yeah, you can grow orchids too. This is one of mine I brought to help. This is a dendrobium. There are hundreds and hundreds of varieties of orchids. You note this one's got about 20 blooms on it now. There are about a dozen more buds there. I will have blossoms there until after Christmas on that plant. That's one of the nice things about orchids. The blossoms last a long time. I can't give a complete course on growing orchids in the time available. But you might want to know, how do you get plants to start? Well, you have to buy them somewhere. You don't start them with seed or bulbs. Around the state there are numerous orchid grower societies, most of whom have sales in connection with shows.
Okay.
For instance, the Las Cruces Orchid Society is going to have a show and sale in the mall on October 28th.
Okay.
So if any of our local people are interested, they can find some excellent orchids there at reasonable prices.
Is a homeowner safe to go out into, a nursery and just buy any orchid, or are there specific things you need to look for?
Yes, I think you're safe to buy any you see there. However, let me say just a little about the conditions you need to create to grow them.
Okay.
These things grow naturally in tropical or subtropical climates, generally in the shade. So they want partial sunshine. You don't want to give them full New Mexico sun, except there may be a variety here or there that will take it. But most of them need partial shade. They need high humidity. Well, our homes in the wintertime anyway have pretty low humidity, so what do you do about it? One way is to create a little microclimate around the plant. Now here, for instance, I have a pan with some stones and a piece of wire on top of it.
Okay.
I put water in that, set the plant on that. The evaporation creates a humid climate around the plant.
Okay.
So that helps to create the humidity you need. It's a very satisfying hobby. As I say, the blooms last a long time. There aren't many difficulties other than maintaining proper temperature and humidity and light conditions.
What kind of temperature do orchids like?
It varies again according to the species of orchid.
Okay.
But in general, I would say highs of 85 to 90 in the daytime and lows of 50 to 60 at night.
Okay.
Some varieties would take somewhat different temperatures. Well, what else would you like to know about orchids?
Are there many disease or insect problems with orchids?
There are some. They're not serious. I haven't had any, except I have had some spider mites. I have had to spray a little to control the spider mites.
Okay.
There are some diseases. The secret to controlling most of the diseases is to maintain good air movement, proper humidity, and proper temperatures.
Okay.
Now,
How about when we're watering orchids? Orchids like a special soil mix, right?
Oh, yes. I should tell you that. You don't plant them in dirt. There are several mediums you can use. Mostly people use a bark mixture, little chunks of bark,
Okay.
which you can buy in your garden store. That's what I use. Then one of the problems is overwatering. If you water them too much, you're going to rot the roots. So people want to give them a lot of water, but you can overdo it. I water mine once a week. You ought to let them dry out a little and then water them again.
How about fertilizing?
Yes, a soluble fertilizer applied according to the directions on the can.
Okay.
Generally, a high phosphorus mixture will encourage the blooming.
Okay.
Have to be careful not to put on too much. I'm one of those who thinks a little is good, more is better.
There's a lot of people like that out there.
I've killed a lot of plants, including some orchids, by following that philosophy. So,
And they do like to stay pot bound, right?
they like to stay pot
They
bound.
bloom better.
Note that the little pot I have here,
Oh
and you notice all the holes in this pot. This is a special orchid pot made to let air get in there.
yeah. Okay.
The plants grow normally with the roots exposed to the air, and you have to keep an open medium so that the roots can get plenty of air.
Okay.
Otherwise, they rot and you lost your orchid and you don't know what went wrong.
Okay.